What's up, vinyl community? Vibing off of Derek and Vaughn's video, and there's a Stockholm Old West Wind. I think it's 17, Old West Wind 17, showing the Charlie Mingus LPs out of the collection. I just wanted to show some of mine real quick because Charles Mingus is just one of my favorite jazz musicians. You know, his personality speaks for itself. Once again, a pioneer, like Derek said. The Animals and I guess some other rock groups that just so happened to be in the audience one night when he just decided to smash his double bass on the stage. That became a staple in rock and roll when they start tearing up their instruments with, you know, smashing their guitars all over the place. You know, that came from Charles Mingus having a crazy outburst on stage one day. So, when I first found out about him, you know, I started really looking into his music. His music is just intense at all times. I think Derek put it best that there's really no LP that you can find of Charles Mingus's that is like lackluster or just okay. It's all a very full-fledged effort. So this is the first one I'm going to show you guys. This is Chaz, the Charles Mingus Quintet. I guess like Charles and Jazz, Chaz, on Fantasy Records, their debut series. I think this record does exist on Debut Records solely, but this is the Fantasy Record one, and I think this is a pretty early. Anderson Stockholm showed this one. I don't know if his vinyl is red. I know if you guys run across Fantasy Jazz LPs, you'll notice that actually a lot of them are red. This is on red vinyl with Micro Groove. So I'm not sure. I think maybe it's one of the first ones. It's a promo copy, and it's kind of interesting because it has that promo copy, not for sale sticker on it. It had it right there on the front, and then there's one on the back as well. This is not one of my favorite Charles Mingus LPs. It'll do though, you know. Yeah, so let me move on. Going into the Impulse ones, I only have two on Impulse. That's this guy right here, Mingus, the Black Saint and the Sinner Lady. Of course, there's a gatefold. I'm not going to bother about taking it out. It's plastic. And one of my favorite, probably everybody's favorite, Mingus. This one right here, I think, has 2BS, which is a rendition of the Haitian fight song. Mood Indigo is also one of the dope ones on this LP. That's an original on Impulse. It's a stereo though. It's not a mono. Probably one of my most valuable Charles Mingus LPs coming up next. It's just a shame because the cover has water damage at the top. This is Charles Mingus the Clown. Anders showed, I think, a later pressing of this. This right here is a true first pressing of this album. Check it out. That's Atlantic. Black label, baby. They don't get no more original than that. Straight up mint condition. Look at that. Beautiful. Charles Mingus the Clown. Everybody who was a serious jazz collector knows that you want your Atlantic LPs in that black label. That's a true first label. Mono. He has so many though. Oh, another Atlantic one. This one was shown Mingus at Carnegie Hall. This is one of his masterpieces, if you ask me. Definitely a beautiful LP. He has a lot of ones on private label. Here's one I don't think has been shown. This is a promo copy. Mingus 3 or 4 Shades of Blue. And this is also on Atlantic Records. Haven't gotten all the way through this one. But this has the tribute song to Thelonious Monk, Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. I was told that that was for Thelonious Monk. And let me see. I don't know the other one. There's another one on here that I like. I just can't remember the name of it right now. But Goodbye Pork Pie Hat is on this one. You guys are familiar with some of the songs that Charles Mingus puts out. The thing that's interesting about his catalog is that you know, you could find the same song on a lot of LPs in just different rendition, you know, a different version of it. Here we go with another one with Sea Lamb. This one has I think the one on Impulse has Mood Indigo, and this also has Mood Indigo on it. This is Mingus Dynasty. Charles Mingus and his jazz groups. Who's on this one? John Handy's on saxophone. Anybody else worth? Booker Irving on saxophone. So you know, you got a couple of people on here that's, you know, stands out. But the songs on here, Gunslinging Bird is a monster of a song. Let me take this one out of the plastic so you can see it better. My Charles Mingus LPs on Columbia Records actually are pretty roughed up. They're roughed up pretty bad, man. Like, if you can see that. I would love to re-up my Charles Mingus LPs, the Columbia ones, because, you know, they're just, I mean, the vinyl's in good condition. As you guys can see, that's a Microgroove 6i. So that's original. But the jacket's just really beat up. Mingus, literally, yeah. Charles Mingus. There's some ring wear going on there. Stereo fidelity one. This is not a first pressing. Look at that. I was busting out at the bottom. Like I said, I really need some different, you know, some better LPs. But this LP is the one to have, because this has Goodbye Pork Pie Hat on it again, like I said. But the monster song, my all-time favorite Charles Mingus song, Boogie Stop Shuffle. All-time favorite song. If anybody is familiar with the Essential Charles Mingus Big Band, the current day tribute band to Charles Mingus, I don't know if they're still performing. If you hear their version of Boogie Stop Shuffle, stop you in your tracks. And Fables Flowers, that's another one. That's one of probably two of the most intense Charles Mingus songs that you'll ever hear. All just off the charts. Here we go. Moving over to Mingus on United Artists. This is Mingus Wonderland. And this has Booker Irving on it again. Charles Mingus, John Handy. And this has Nostalgia in Times Square on it. And Alice's Wonderland. United Artists. This is also original. There you go. Mingus Wonderland. Now this one right here is an LP that was issued, I believe, on Charles Mingus's private label, and then reissued on the Fantasy label. Jazz Workshop Number 9, Mingus at Town Hall with Eric Dolphy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that'll set a lot of folks down. Mingus and Eric Dolphy. 18-minute long, So Long Eric. Song called So Long Eric. 18 minutes. And then the 22-minute called Praying with Eric. You think those guys were getting it done that day? But this is a reissue. The original is very expensive. On Charles Mingus' private label, I think it was a mail-in only label, so you mail Charles Mingus your money, and he'll sit there in his house and mail you an LP that he put together himself. You know, there's a handful of them. Charles Mingus and the Jazz Composers Workshop on BYG. I gotta stop real quick and get that. Hold on. Sorry for the interruption. I have 3 more to show you guys. This is another Atlantic recording. This is Charles Mingus 1 on Atlantic Records. What songs does this have on it? Oh yeah, remember Rockefeller Center at Attica. Definitely know that one. I don't remember this LP, man. You know, I'm not gonna even sit up here in front like I remember this. I mean, I'm looking at the song titles. Duke Ellington's Sound of Love. I can't remember this. I have to sit this one down here. You guys can't see, as an LP that I need to go ahead and revisit, because I can't speak that intelligently about this one, guys. So another fantasy issue. This is not a colored vinyl. This time it is on the blue fantasy label, and that is Charles Mingus in the 4. Now I don't understand why they call it 4 trombones, but definitely more than 4 of them. But 4 trombones. Charles Mingus, John Lewis, Charles Mingus, J.J. Johnson, Kai Wending, Benny Green, and Willie Dennis. This is in volume 2. I have no idea what volume 1 is or looks like. And then Derek showed this one as well. This is Charles Mingus' Reincarnation of a Lovebird on Prestige Records. It's the gatefold. And yeah, also one of my favorites. Just like Derek said, I mean, this has Jackie Bird on it as well. Charles McPherson. Yeah, this is another one. Man, I gotta listen to this again. I never knew how to pronounce this, but it has the song Philanthropus Erectus. That's probably, I think, Charles Mingus's masterpiece LP or effort that he has put out in his music career. That's the gray cover with the orange kind of caveman drawing. Definitely a dope one. Okay, guys, that's all. That's it for now.